FA Cup Preston North End vs Burnley prediction, team news, lineups preview. A Lancashire derby takes centre stage at Deepdale on Saturday lunchtime as Preston North End lock horns with Burnley in the fifth round of the FA Cup. This contest will represent the 144th meeting between these two clubs, who first faced each other on the first ever day of the Football League back in September 1888, Preston winning 5-2. But this will be the first time they meet in the FA Cup. Match preview. Since drawing 0-0 at home to Burnley on February 15, Preston have extended their winless championship run to 3 matches. After drawing 1-1 with Millwall just 4 days before losing 2-1 at Coventry City last weekend. Wilkins's 82nd-minute strike proved inconsequential at the CBS Arena as the Lily-Whites were condemned to their 10th championship defeat, leaving them 15th in the table and 9 points behind the playoffs with 12 league games left to play. A 10th successive mid-table finish in the second tier is seemingly on the cards for Preston, who will now shift their attention to the FA Cup and will endeavour to reach the quarter-finals for the first time since the 1965-66 campaign, having exited in the 5th round on 6 occasions since then. Paul Heckingbottom's side have beaten 2 League One teams on home soil to get to the FA Cup 5th round, following up a 2-1 victory over Charlton Athletic in the 3rd round with a 4-2 penalty shootout win over Wycombe Wanderers in round 4 after a 0-0 draw in 120 minutes. Preston, 2-time FA Cup winners, are now gearing up for their 3rd meeting of the season against fellow championship side Burnley and have already played out 2 goalless draws. Never before have these two teams drawn 3 times against the same opponent in the same season. November 3 last year was the last time Burnley tasted defeat in any competition, with Scott Parker's side having since enjoyed an impressive 23-game unbeaten run W14-9. The Clarets have remarkably conceded only 9 league goals in 34 matches, the fewest of any English league team and any side in the top 2 tiers across Spain, Germany, Italy and France. Burnley kept their 12th consecutive clean sheet and 24th of the season in a thumping 4-0 home win over Sheffield Wednesday a week last Friday. Burnley's home supporters were delighted to see their side win in convincing fashion for a change, with their victory over the Owls representing just their 4th by at least 3 or more goals this season. Parker's men remain in contention to secure an automatic promotion place in the championship, as they sit 3rd and just 2 points behind 2nd-placed Sheffield United. Before taking on basement club Luton Town in their next second-tier fixture, Burnley will turn their attention to the FA Cup and the 1913-14 winners will attempt to advance to the quarter-finals for the 2nd time in 3 seasons. Burnley have already won 2 FA Cup ties on the road this term, beating Reading 3-1 after extra time in the 3rd round and Southampton 1-0 in round 4. But they head into Saturday's clash at Deepdale having been eliminated from 6 of their last 7 FA Cup 5th round ties. Team news. Preston will be without Dwayne Holmes' fractured fibula, Jordan Storey, Ben Whiteman both ankle and Jack Watmo calf due to injury, while Mads Frokjer is a doubt after missing the last match with a knock. January loan signing Ryan Porteous is ineligible having already played for Watford in this season's competition, so Liam Lindsay could be restored to the back 3 alongside Lewis Gibson and Andrew Hughes. Milutin Osmajic and Sam Greenwood have scored 19 goals between them so far this season and they could continue in attack, although Emil Rees-Jacobson, who has 9 goals to his name this term, will be pushing for a recall. As for Burnley, Jordan Bayer, Aaron Ramsey both knee and Mike Tresser unspecified all remain unavailable for selection, while Bashir Humphreys will have a thigh problem assessed ahead of kickoff. Parker will consider making a few changes to his starting lineup, with goalkeeper Václav Hladký, Oliver Sonn, Joe Worrell, Josh Brownhill, Jonjo Shelvey and Jeremy Sarmiento among those hoping to force their way back into the first 11. New signing Marcus Edwards scored the only goal in Burnley's fourth-round win at Southampton and also netted in their championship victory over Sheffield Wednesday last time out. The attacker could retain his place on the right flank, while Parker will weigh up whether to stick with Zian Fleming up front or hand Ashley Barnes a start. Preston North End possible starting lineup: Woodman, Lindsay, Gibson, Hughes, Potts, Ledson, McCann, Thordarson, Meghoma, Rees, Osmagic. Burnley possible starting lineup: Hladký, Sonn, Worrell, Esteve, Pires, Cullen. Brownhill, Edwards, Medjbri, Sarmiento, Barnes. We say, Preston North End 0-1 Burnley. Considering the last two meetings between these sides ended goalless, another tight affair could be in store on Saturday. Burnley have made themselves incredibly difficult to break down this term, and although Preston have scored in 9 of their last 11 home matches, we are backing the Clarets to come out on top and keep yet another clean sheet. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.